Hi children, I believe that everyone has learned everything that I taught you in the previous classes. Today we are going to learn about the electron microscope and structure of nucleus. Let's start the class. Electron microscope. So previous classes you studied about two types of microscope. The first one simple microscope. The second one compound microscope. In simple microscope it has used one lens. Simple microscope has used one lens. Compound microscope the compound microscope has more than one lens. So in simple microscope they use one lens and compound microscope use more than one lens. Then about electron microscope. For electron microscope. Then do you know about how many times a compound microscope magnifies an image? It magnifies an image 2000 times. The compound microscope magnifies the image 2000 times only. Next is electron microscope. Do you know how many times an electron microscope magnifies an image? So let's look. The electron microscope magnifies million times the object. So the compound microscope it magnifies 2000 times and the electron microscope magnifies million times the object. Thus we got a clear and a thorough knowledge about the cell and the cell organelles. The next is source. In compound microscope the source is light. Next about the electron microscope, here the source is electrons. In electron microscope the source is electrons and in compound microscope the source is light. Now let's know about comparison between electron microscope and compound microscope. Electron microscope magnifies million times. Next, compound microscope. The compound microscope magnifies 2000 times. Electron microscope magnifies million times. The second one. In electron microscope, the source is electrons. In compound microscope, source is light. This is a comparison between compound microscope and electron microscope. This is the picture of compound microscope, electron microscope and simple microscope. Let's study about the nucleus structure. The structure of nucleus. The nucleus has 5 parts. First one, nuclear pore. Second one, nuclear membrane. Third one, nucleoplasm. Fourth one, nucleolus. Fifth one, chromatin reticulum. Let's look the structure of nucleus. First is nuclear pore. Nuclear pores are pores in the nuclear membrane. They help in the conduction of materials to and from the nucleus. That is, they help in the transportation of materials to the nucleus and from the nucleus. The second one, nuclear membrane. It is a double-layered membrane that covers the nucleus. Next is nucleoplasm. It is a fluid part of the nucleus. Nucleolus and chromatin reticulum are seen here. Next is nucleolus. The nucleolus are spherical bodies and play a major role in the synthesis of ribosomes. Nucleolus synthesis ribosomes. Next is chromatin reticulum. Chromatin reticulum are seen as a network in the nucleoplasm. They carry genes. Genes forms the basis of heredity in all organisms. That means similarities and variations that organisms have with their parents. For example, what do friends and family say when they see a baby? She looks exactly like her mother or father. That is because newborn baby gets gene from the parents. Today we studied about electron microscope and structure of nucleus. Here there is an activity for you. That's all for today. Thank you.